Okay, ladies and gentlemen, people, welcome to the workshop, and we're going to be starting something new this week. I'm going to be doing this once a week from here on out. I don't know which day, you're just going to have to deal with it. And we are going to be reading through Higurashi, When They Cry. My name is Gerald Rogers, you're watching the workshop, yada yada, either way. Hey, I just finished going through this week's hack, and it was so stressful, dude. So I figured if I did a simple reading series, it might be nice, you know? Oh, and I've always wanted to try to finish this game. Now, I will give you guys full disclosure. I've already gone halfway through it. I have seen in Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3. Then, was it Go? Oh, I basically skipped Season 4 and like the Outbreak OVAs and watched the two newest seasons because they were saying they're a remake. And as far as I'm concerned, Higurashi more or less ended at the end of Season 2. That's really the spot where it kind of like hit a good spot. But we are going to be diving in today. Now, like I said, I've already played halfway into it. There's something very nostalgic about this series. I got into this when I was a teenager, actually. Yeah, and I was watching the anime back when it was originally coming out. So way back in the day. Like, I remember when Season 2 dropped. So we're talking about ancient times, okay? And I was so excited for it back then. And I feel like this has really influenced a lot of things and the way I think about things. And this author, Ryukishi07, his writing is unique. And you're going to kind of see why. Okay, so we're going to just jump right in, and you're going to kind of discover with me, okay? We're also going to do all the bonuses. Don't you worry about that. Onikakushi. Opening Demon Away chapter. Welcome to the world of Higurashi When They Cry. The Onikakushi arc will be the opening, inviting you into this world. Sit back, relax, enjoy life in Hinamizawa to its fullest. The difficulty for this chapter is extremely high, but I hope you enjoy the reward. So I think the difficulty is like, can you figure out what caused the events in this chapter? And because I haven't played through the games, I don't know if there's going to be new content moving forward once I get past Onikakushi. Okay? Hey, this is also a good chance for me to chat about things I saw in Japan too. Like, there's so much nostalgia with this, you know what I mean? So let's begin. Oh, that was creepy. Please do not deplore yourself. Even if the world does not forgive you, I will forgive you. Please do not deplore yourself. Even if you do not forgive the world, I will forgive you. So tell me, what will it take you to forgive? Forjika Bernkenstill. Deceptin gil hamas algaroskirus ni portin. I can't, not enough time to read that. This is a work of fiction, of course. 1983, early summer of the 58th year of Showa. Man, some of these are flashing so fast. I hope I can keep up with this. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways. Having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Even in this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. What's that sound? It was as if I was trying to convince myself. In such a silly, sobbing voice. Oh, I know what scene this is. Okay. And those tears making a mess of my face. That mechanical, repetitious sound finally stilled, and everything fell silent. Only the cry of the cicadas remained, annoyingly loud. And yet, I felt as if I could still hear her voice. But that's not possible. She's no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion, because there were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. Then why? This pain, my eyes getting moist, why was this happening? I still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough. And countless times I wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except, I've stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand that painful struggle and appreciate it. So, here's what we're going to do, okay? I'm going to put aside anything I really know about Higurashi, because most of it is like really faded memories, okay? I have been rereading the manga. I have been reading through the manga recently too, so that is one knock against me. But we are going to approach this Let's Play as if we're going to try to investigate. So we already know there's two characters here. We have the main character, the person speaking, and the girl. Hey me, I've tried more than enough. Okay, so he's giving up. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it all right to just take the easy way out, like I said? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind, with her. Like flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm, just lift it up, and with every swing, forget a little more. That kindness made me happy. The adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting your head. I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last bouquet for you. Perhaps I really did love you. Higurashi when they cry. And my light just kicked out because is it not plugged in tight enough? Give me a second here, guys. As it fades, make sure I don't miss nothing. Oh, here's the opening, huh? Well, I don't know what's going on with that light. Alright, so we gotta... Let's see what the opening is, huh? Turn this down a little bit. Okay, flashing between the characters. Interesting, I never actually watched the opening for this, so... Okay. By the way, I'm using a fan patch for this game. So we are actually going to be having better graphics coming off the Switch version, I believe. You can download this game for free on Steam, by the way. I highly Is that CL from Tsukihime? What? Oh, man. While this plays out, I want to give you guys a... I want to give a shout out to another YouTuber, okay? By the name of Yodo. Oh, I'm a big fan of his. He already did a Let's Play of this series. I didn't listen to it because I was thinking about this in the back of my head of getting into this. Yes, but I did listen to his Tsukihime Let's Read. And I would highly recommend you guys go check him out as well, okay? Not sure if this is going to be up you guys' alley, but... Oh, okay. Some CGI. Oh, I wonder. These are from different arcs. Huh. I think this opening was taken from the thing. We gotta decide on what graphic style we want too. We can use the Switch ones or the PC ones. It's gonna be hard to decide. And a cicada burning up, huh? One to Higurashi. You know, Higurashi always make me fall asleep. That's one issue I had with them when I was in Japan. So, when they cry. Yeah, I believe this is like the opening from the Japanese console old game version that they imported into it. Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It had been a while since I went to... Let me take a drink. It had been a while since I last went to the city. I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I'd lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. No skyscrapers and the multi-lane roads. The melodious cacophony of the crosswalk. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. Isn't that the truth, man? The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There's only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of brooks, and the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. There we go, that's the word. There is nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints. There aren't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. An ice cream parlor? No chance. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. Dude, it's an hour away by bike, but still, it's close enough for you, okay? But come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. I grew up in the far countryside, so, like, all these luxuries, Tokyo was like the first city I ever really went to, and it just blew my mind, you know? But come to think of it, it really wasn't a big deal. There were music stores, arcades, and ice cream parlors where I used to live, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I had lived for the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. I should have gone at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody is still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. That's not true. That is not true. There is no such thing as an irreparable mistake. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing, even now. Then, has she really done something that cannot be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but if it can't be fixed, then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey you, the one she's apologizing to. Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Okay, I'm going to be voicing the lines even if they have voice acting to them, so... Okay, Keiichi's dad. Keiichi, we're almost hit there. Wake up! I was finally roused by from my nap by my father's prodding. I will allow the voice line to speak first, then I'll read it out for you guys. The reason for this is I work long hours, and sometimes I like to listen to the story as I work, you know? So, I was finally roused from my nap by my father's prodding. It seemed the train had reached its final stop. We spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It's hard to believe the landscape beyond the window of the city I was in half a day ago were in the same country. No, that they were even from the same era. From there, we took a car deeper into the mountains. Okay. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. And here's Hinamizawa. Man, it looks like a small village in Kyoto I went to one time. Near Kyoto. I fell off a mountain and washed up there. It's a long story. It was very, very crazy. Needless to say, I met a Frenchman and chased after some monkeys. It was it was quite a day. There, where I live now. Hinamizawa. Okay. Okay, here we go. Our room. Traditional Japanese house, gotcha. Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Although, in exchange, you could fill up your lungs with crisp, clean air. Flipping the window, I was greeted by a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side. So I was probably the only one enjoying the view and that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air had its own taste. I quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He was probably up working until the early morning. My dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. By the way, I love the conspiracy theory that Keiichi's dad is actually like a doujin artist or something like that. That's very funny. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. Me too, dude. Like, seriously, I wish I had that type of lifestyle, but I don't get that luxury. I even wrote for the school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. It was just because it looked easy. I'll never tell him that, though. Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Poor Keiichi, you have no idea. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. Traditional Japanese breakfast, man. A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. Keiichi's mom. I'm so happy you've been waking up early since we moved, Keiichi. Keiichi, if I don't get up early, I don't make it in time for your early breakfast. I thought it was being cute, responding with a wisecrack after being praised for being good. Keiichi's mom, full bowl of rice, or will half be enough? Keiichi, Yamamori. Pile it on. And more, please. First, I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that, I covered it with the egg. I gotta be careful because I do understand, like some Japanese, casual Japanese from living there. So I gotta watch myself, make sure I don't co-switch. Between bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent, as usual. Watching me clean my plate, Mom gave me a warm smile. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, Keiichi. I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. I slept right up till the last minute for school, and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each morning. That's probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I guess that's what you would call my rebellious phase. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Yeah, you should be slapped, man. Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it time to meet up with Rena-chan? Hurry, hurry. Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact her son was going to school with a girl. Rena is one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people, coming to meet me every day without fail. Man, I need to keep myself moist, man. Reading at VN is harder than I thought. The way that I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. Well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously, though, how long does Rena wait there for me every morning? Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door. Okay, here we go. Please thank Rena-chan for the pickles. Come think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I had known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning. Ohayo. Do I need to really read that part? Come on. It's just a name. Good morning. Her cheerful greeting was fresh as the morning air itself. So, I'm going to show you guys a feature about this version, okay? I can press the P key, and it can change it between the different graphics. This is the Switch graphics. It has lip flaps, and has these really snazzy backgrounds, okay? This is the Manga Gamer PC release. This is something the fan patch added in. And it has these graphics. I find these graphics to be a little bit more... How can I say it? The eyes are bigger and it's a little bit more sexualized in some ways, in very strange ways. You'll see it later. I'll show you comparisons whenever we see a character, okay? And here's the original graphics. My god, the early 2000s was a different time, wasn't it? Like, I'm digging the vintage outdoor real in the scene photographs they used, but oh my, the character graphics are unique. I think we're going to play with the Switch graphics because they kind of have... Well, let's see. I mean... Let's look at the original graphic, okay? I mean, the Manga Gamer one is not that bad, okay? But there seems to be a little bit extra details, and this one has lip flaps, so... I think we're going to stick with the Switch release graphics for this read-through. I mean, of course, if you guys are crazy enough, we could go back to this, but oh my, this is definitely what the game would have looked like if I did fraps back in the day. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. Oops. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She's so conscientious and such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Keiichi-kun, you're so cold. I wait for you all the time. I'll leave you in the dust. Without looking back. Why are you so mean? Why? Rena had a slight troubled look on her face. Going with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. I'm kidding! I'd wait for you. With those words, Rena seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Oh, she has a crush. Okay. Ah, thank you. I'd wait forever until you came, Rena. No matter how long. Zutto. Forever? Rena turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever read a romance novel, Rena? Huh? I haven't. Never read one before. By the way, nayo. Nayo is basically a denial. Oh, it's just something that you would say to deny something. Okay? From their response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she actually did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. It literally said thank you. He literally said thank you in English. He said, okay. Oh yeah, message from mom. She says, thank you for the pickles. Not thanks for the pickles. He literally says, she says, thank you. Japanese accent. What the hell? Translation. It was nothing. You're welcome. That's a funny way. Yeah, the original would have translated to something like, no, oh, you're welcome. So this is fine. It carries the same meaning. How were they? Not too salty. They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who pickled them, Rena? Or was it your mom? Yeah, here we go. Huh? Why do you ask? Were they too salty? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Rena? Or was it your mom? Why are you asking who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. Huh? She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are the worst. Guys like me. Yeah, at least you're self-aware, Keiichi. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It was truly a lot of fun to tease her. I pray Rena never gets taken advantage by some lowlife. Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. Or so I decided for myself. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I called Rena back to reality so we can make our way to school. This strange, easily flustered girl is Rena Ryugu. I only known her for about a month, but I just realized it's not just her name that's strange. Oh, flashback time? Nope. So, Mi-chan, good morning. So, nickname? Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. And here's Mion. Finally. You two are late. Alright. So, new character here. We got Mion Sonozaki. Let's compare the graphics, shall we? Boop. You starting to see a trend here? Anybody? Okay. Now I think you understand why we're sticking to Switch graphics. Mind you, she was kind of that way in the original, but not to the extreme the manga gamer thing did. What the hell? So, finally, you two are late. Usually you're the one who's late. In sharp contrast to the diligent Rina, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki. From what it's worth, she's our senior and the head of class. Ohio, Rina. Good morning, Rina. And it's been a while, Kei-chan. How many years? I was off only 2 days. You don't say. You were such a cute little tyke last time I saw you. Mion's gaze started at my chest and then dropped straight down, focusing at the point between my legs. Okay. I forgot Mion was like this. So she was saying it was my crush. I was cuter back then. Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. What the fuck, Keiichi? Why the hell are you talking about this? I've grown quite splendidly, and the voice acting disappeared, of course. So, part of the fan patch is that it brings back all of the original Japanese dialogue into the English. The voice patch for the Switch version cut out a lot of non-family friendly scenes. Mind you, there's nothing that crosses the border of being like, this is inappropriate, per se. I mean, it's inappropriate, but it's not in the realm of hentai, okay? It's just like random banter like this. You'd be surprised. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now? Star. What the fuck? Yeah. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem, though. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly. Don't say next time. Right now it's just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air? I don't think I ever heard talk so dirty you could smell it fouling up the morning air before. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reached for my fly, Rina began to ramble in a near panic. Hey, what are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I want to see the settings real quick, okay? Let's see. PS3 script fully voiced, okay. Oh, I see. So we can literally change this to match. And gotcha. So we have the console. We are doing English. You can actually read the Japanese version on here. If you want, my kanji reading ability is nowhere near the level of doing this, and I would read this extremely slowly, so we're not doing that today, okay? Hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Rina tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. By the way, I believe if I have F2, I could actually change it so the script will change to where it's censored. I think it's on number 2 right now. So it's just the original PC script, and it just cuts out the voice acting when there is no voice acting. How was it? Seeing the city again. Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting this pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have any time to look around in toy stores. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I do like the Japanese way of going chi, chi, chi instead, though. It's very cute. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know? It's really difficult. It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here, after all. Is this about games, Mii-chan? Mio nodded proudly as Rena giggled. Yep, I wanted Kei-chan to bring me back a Westport catalog, you see. Okay, Westport catalogs. I actually know a little bit about this. This is not really a thing anymore, but back in the day, they would port over board games over to Japan. I mean, I guess they still do, but it's kind of slowed down since the early 2000s. And they would make catalogs which would tell you, hey, we translate this into Japanese. Oh yeah, there we go. Westport was short for Western imported games. Why did I even bother? Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, guess I have to now. I'm gonna get another game full of hot action. This time, I'd like a game that's easy to understand. Mion is a board and card game enthusiast. I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. If there's a game you think I understand, let me play too. So this is a detail I like in the story, because this right here has been put in here to show you this is the 80s, the early 80s in Japan. I believe that the story Higurashi is supposed to take place in 1983. So what would kids do in 1983 to keep themselves busy? Well, they're going to be into board games, you know? Heh, of course. If Kei-chan is up for it, I should warn you though, we're pretty tough. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose. Whoa. Okay. Then we'll let you in the group this time. I guess. Bristling from joy, head to toe, Rena looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Rena laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. Really? So within 30 days, within like 2-3 weeks, you become this close, huh? I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in, so they won't feel like they have to make me feel welcome. I felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should be probably about right for this place. Okay, so we are going to wrap it up there for today. As you can see, I have read before, looking into the saves, our special save files are all going to be save 3. Okay? And we are going to save right here. Okay? And next time we'll pick up with Keiichi in school. Alright? I don't know how this series is going to be taken by you guys, but I wanted to do kind of a break of pace. And Katamari Democracy is fun. Persona 3 Reload kind of wears me down sometimes. And right now, what's going on in .hack, oh my goodness. It's going to be a grinding fest, which I'm looking forward to, but yeah, you'll see. I'm getting this video up today as well as the other one. So, we're going to do Higurashi once a week. That's my new goal for this until we finish the very first story of Onikakushi, and then we'll see if we want to continue after that, okay? I think that's a good standard to set for now, because I think I can get away with 30-minute episodes, something a little more tenable. And honestly, I've been wanting to get through this game for years now. I have started reading this from months ago. Let me show you this, okay? These saves are from forever ago. And it takes bloody forever for me to make time. I mean, the biggest issue I have, okay, is the only good computer I have is this laptop. This laptop, while it has amazing graphics, can play almost anything, has almost no battery life. So I have to have it connected to a charger at all times. Where's the best place for the charger? Right here. Or in this office. Nowhere else does it really work. So, but guys, I am going to sign off for now. So I want to tell all you guys, thank you so much for being with me. I hope you take care. I hope I recorded this. Yes, I did. Thank goodness. Had a panic attack for a second there. And I want to tell all you guys, have a good day. Have a good night. We're going to continue on next time in reading through Higurashi no Naku ni Onikakushi chapter. There we go. Something like that. Alright. Later.